All right, guys, we are live. I will give folks a couple of minutes here to filter on in, and we will get into the forecast. It feels like this has been the fifth or sixth little light snow event that we've had so far this year, and we've been dealing with these pesky snow events, these lighter snow events. We really haven't had any major winter storms to track. And it's December 19th. I do think that changes into January. Maybe we'll touch on that a little bit later in this video. But I want to talk about what could potentially be a messy commute tomorrow morning, and I want to talk about the college football playoff. You all can tell who I'm rooting for, of course, but I do want to talk about that forecast because it's going to be cold. I think that there could potentially be some snow showers, but I do think the higher lake effect potential, based off the latest trends, will be west of South Bend. But could still be some travel concerns for folks that are heading to the game throughout the day tomorrow as snow showers work across the area. So, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Real quick, and then I'll get into the forecast. Want to be sure to give a shout out to Express Steel. They've powered our live streams for years now. They're powering our live streams during the wintertime this year. You can scan that QR code if you're in the snow removal industry. You're getting prepared for those bigger winter storms that are going to be possible as we work into January. Scan that QR code. You can use the code BAM and get $100 off a snow pusher. They're awesome partners to work with, and would highly encourage you all going to check them out and giving them some love. Go follow their social media pages, and check them out there. So, uh, I'll give everyone another minute or so to filter in. Feel free to shoot some comments in there if you've got questions about the forecast ahead, and we'll get into it. It's a light crowd on Facebook. I see a good amount of people on Twitter. So if you're on Facebook, give us a share, tag a friend so they're prepared tomorrow morning. I assume that there's probably a good amount of schools their last day in terms of school before winter break will be tomorrow morning, and could be a tricky commute for that tomorrow morning. So let's hop right into it, guys. Take a look here at the current radar. Some heavier snow right now working across parts of Wisconsin. That's going to include areas like Milwaukee, Racine, Kenosha, some light snow showers working into the Chicago metro area. And if we put the radar in motion here, guys, what you're going to note, if we can, there we go. What you're going to note is kind of a general west to east nature of this, but I'm more curious about this backside here. What you'll notice, see how the western edge of the snow showers are actually pushing more south and east. What's going to happen, this low starts to actually dive further south into the east. The low is right around here right now in eastern Iowa. As that low pulls further down to the south and to the east, what's going to happen, you're going to get more snow showers to develop here across central parts of Illinois, northern Indiana, and eventually central Indiana as we work into tomorrow morning. Now, I still think the heaviest snow going to be on the north side of the low, across southern Wisconsin, across Michigan, and maybe far northern parts of Indiana. But this additional development down here around the circulation of the low, that's going to be what can bring some snow showers across the Ohio Valley tomorrow morning. And again, I think make for an interesting rush hour. If we take you through here the simulated radar, this is as we work closer to about midnight tonight. You can see maybe some flurries working into central Indiana, some light snow showers into northern Indiana. There's that 32-degree line. Oh, there's a cat. 32-degree line here, guys. You can see that it's still way to the north. So temperatures are above freezing. But what happens as this low starts to swing in tomorrow morning, temperatures begin to get colder. Snow begins to get heavier. And so what you can see here, guys, look at how the snow fills in kind of on the backside here. And so what we're going to end up seeing happen are some bursts of locally moderate to at times some heavier snow across northern Indiana, central Indiana, and northern Illinois as we work into tomorrow morning. So this is by about 7 or 8 o'clock. You go out 8, 9, 10 o'clock, guys. You can see snow showers across much of the area. Now, I think further down to the south, northern Kentucky, Louisville, Cincinnati, you could maybe see some mix with rain. But I really do, based off some of the atmospheric soundings that I was looking at earlier, I really do think that most of it is snow as we work through tomorrow morning. And so, anywhere that is going to be getting snow, I think temperatures are close enough that any untreated surfaces have the potential to be slick tomorrow morning. I think that there is certainly that risk in there. as snow moves through. As we continue to go through, you can see snow showers lingering into the early afternoon. Again, you can start to see the model trying to hint at some mixing with rain. Again, I still think it's primarily snow, but temperatures will be warming up, which means that snow may not stick as much the further into the afternoon that we go. And then as we work into the evening, you can see some scattered snow showers and flurries lingering around Indiana, some light snow across northern and central Ohio, and then kind of exiting further off to the east. As far as the college football playoff up in South Bend, you can see what starts to happen as we work towards about 6, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 Eastern Time, right around the kickoff of the game. What you start to get here, guys, are these light snow showers, light lake effect snow showers developing across northwest Indiana, but the core of this west of South Bend. As we continue to go through here, I think that you could start to get some very light snow showers and flurries by the end of the game. But I do think your better chances of snow accumulation throughout the game will be more across the Gary area up towards the Lake Shore and Michigan City there, and the national state Lake Shore up there, Indiana Dunes. I think that that's probably the area that has the better snow chances. If you take a look at the total accumulation that we're expecting as we go throughout this event, including both the lake effect and the snow tomorrow, your heaviest snow again up across Wisconsin. This purple color, 4 to 6 inches. Pink is going to be 6 to 9 inches. This blue going to be 2 to 4 inches here, guys. And then, I think this slate blue color, that's where you have 1 to 2 inches. And so, north of Lafayette, Fort Wayne, South Bend, kind of in that 1 to 2 inch territory. And then further down to the south, guys, you can see a half an inch to an inch with this turquoise color north of Indy. If you're in the gray color, that's where you could get a dusting, maybe locally up to a half an inch of some snow. So again, guys, not a major event that we're going to be dealing with, but because of the timing, again, I do think some issues possible with travel tomorrow morning. So let's see here, guys. Here's a look, and Brian put in there, if you're on your phone and you want to screenshot this express deal, you can screenshot here and get the QR code, scan it, hold it down, and get that QR code to get your snow pushers from Express Deal for $100 off with the code BAM. So that's pretty awesome. And of course, if you want to get the team's forecast as we go throughout this evening, you can scan the QR code for the starter subscription for Clarity as low as $8 a month, which is super awesome. You can get our forecast videos, our hour by hour forecast, and I'm going to show you that here. I want to show you the hour by hour forecast for the game tomorrow. Now, we take a look. I have a location set up here, IU versus Notre Dame college football playoff. If I click on this, we can go hour by hour. I'll start with the winter focus, and you can see how Clarity here indicating that the better snow chance is late in the evening. It really doesn't pick it up until closer to midnight in South Bend and keeps the game primarily dry. Could there be some flurries in there? I think that's possible, but as we touched on, I think the lake effect potential better further off to the west. But let's look at temperatures. Temperatures are going to be falling into the mid 20s throughout the game time. And if we go over to the hourly forecast, you can actually see the apparent temperature dropping into the low 20s to near the teens throughout the game. So a very cold game. I guess it feels like December as we go throughout the Notre Dame IU game tomorrow. Okay, guys. So real quick, I also want to touch on some wind gusts because I do think that as we go throughout the day tomorrow, some stronger wind gusts also going to be possible. So maybe some of this snow blowing around a little bit as we go throughout tomorrow morning. The strongest winds will be further out to the west, where 35 plus mile per hour wind gusts will be possible out across western parts of Illinois and eastern Iowa. But some wind gusts of 20 to locally 30 miles an hour, not off the table for central, western, and southern Indiana. Even a little bit stronger in the morning time near the lake shore as the system starts to move in. So, guys, that's kind of the outline that we're expecting over the next 24 plus hours or so. Happy to take some questions if we have any. And see how we can help people out. Again, if you want to scan the QR code or take a screenshot of it, or go to claritywx.com/signup, you can get Clarity for as low as $8 a month, which I think is an awesome deal for everything that we have there. Let me go back over here real quick, guys. I'll show you a couple of things. You can see the video updated here. Team updated it this afternoon. I'm sure there'll be a couple more updates coming out. We also have Nowcast that will time out the arrival of snow for these areas. And so you can see the team here putting this out, gosh, 2 hours ago or so, and it looks like it's pretty much spot on with the timing. So that's awesome to see as we go over the next couple hours. So, can you go over the morning times again? Sure, I will go over the morning times. Uh, Salting possible for Louisville. Temperatures will be a little bit more marginal there, but I do think that with some of these snow showers as we work into tomorrow morning, if you get a heavier burst, it's probably worth at least keeping an eye out for potential treatment down across southern Indiana and northern Illinois. You may have some more rain mix in, so I think it's probably more of a, monitor and keep an eye on things. But you can see snow showers through tomorrow morning, really across much of Indiana, northern Kentucky, northern Illinois, Ohio. So I'll time this out one more time for you all. So this is as we work past midnight, 2, 3, 4 a.m., guys, as we work into 5 and 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Again, I think this is still primarily snow. You may get a little bit of rain to mix in, but I think the snow starts to pick up closer to about 5 or 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then you can see that it spreads and grows in intensity and coverage the closer we work to about 7 or 8 o'clock here that you can see. 9 o'clock here, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., still have snow showers working across the area. And there's that 32-degree line. So we're right at about freezing as the snow is still falling by 11 a.m., noon, and beyond. I think temperatures warm up enough into the afternoon that treatment maybe, or let's just say pavement impacts, maybe not as notable the further into the afternoon that we go. Hi from Tommy's Lawn Service. Hello, Tommy. Let's see. I'll answer a couple more questions here. I just got here. I have surgery at 6 a.m. Johnson County. Probably seen some snow showers at that time. I think maybe the heavier risks come a little bit later than that. Again, we're only talking about a dusting, a coating to maybe a half an inch across areas south of I-70. But as we saw a couple of weeks ago on Cyber Monday, doesn't take much sometimes to cause issues, especially during rush hours. I'm not sure what schools will do about delays. I think it's possible that they could do some delays. I would imagine that a lot of them will be kind of a wait and see to see how bad the roads are. But given the timing, it would not shock me at all to see some school delays tomorrow. For Kokomo, I will pull up here the clarity map. Kokomo, I think you're probably, yeah, in that 1 inch range. You're kind of right on the line. So about 1 inch, I would say, in Kokomo is a pretty good call right now. Let's see here. Thank you. Appreciate that. What's that? Goat of weather apps. I had to zoom really look at that closely to figure out what that emoji was. So appreciate that goat of weather apps clarity. And again, have to give a shout out to the goat of snow pushers, Express Steel. We could not do this without them. We love working with them. Go to expresssteelinc.com, scan the QR code, and get some more information about Express Steel and get $100 off a snow pusher. By the way, Express Steel, they ship anywhere in the country, pretty much for free. I think they said across pretty much all of the country, which is incredible. Unless you have Amazon Prime, it's hard to get anything shipped for free without crazy fees. And even then, it's probably built into the price a little bit, right? So Express Steel, they're American made. Shop right here in Martinsville, Indiana. Really appreciate working with them. If you need to buy snow pusher, snow equipment for this season, go to Express Steel. Tell them that BAM sent you. All right, guys, let's see here. What else do we have here? Can things change overnight? I'm not expecting big changes overnight with the forecast. I think it's pretty well locked in. It's going to be a little bit of a messy setup. It won't snow the entire morning. It'll be maybe a little bit on and off. There'll be bursts of snow that come in, not snow squalls, but locally heavier pockets, locally lighter pockets. It's just kind of a messy looking system. Let's see. Let's block this person that is sending spam in here. See you. Bye. Let's see. East China, Michigan. Tommy, where exactly is East China, Michigan? You can see the map here to give you an idea. This darker blue color is going to be 2 to 4 inches. This purple color north of Muskegon here, and up towards Sleepy Bear Dunes going to be 4 to 6 inches, and then southeast Michigan here going to be 1 to 2 inches of snow. Any snow possible after Christmas? Yeah, guys, I think that after Christmas, I would say the first number one, there is a storm system at the end of the month. There's not a lot of cold air with it, so I'm skeptical right now. But I think that the pattern January 5th and beyond is going to become very favorable for colder air and wintry weather. We've had cold shots of air throughout December, but they haven't had big winter storms with it. I see a different pattern into January. It can be a little bit cooler more consistently, but I think it offers up better opportunities for bigger winter storms. I am very optimistic if you are wanting cold and snow of the January pattern that we see right now. I think Michael and I were looking at it earlier, and it's one of the better looking patterns that we've seen from a winter storm potential in a long time. And I really do believe that based off all the pattern drivers that we have right now. So if you're looking for winter weather, bigger winter storms, let's say, be patient. I really think after the start of the new year, it's going to get pretty interesting. Party for the game tomorrow night in Greenwood. I think that late, you're probably okay. I think you're probably okay by then. Maybe some flurries lingering around, but I think you're going to be okay. Let's see here. Keep those questions coming in, guys, and then I'm going to hop off here in a moment. If you, again, guys, if you do want to get a more detailed forecast, you can get Clarity Starter for $8 a month, or of course our pro subscription. If you're in the snow removal industry, you're trying to make plans this evening. I know I saw Wayne Voles on here earlier. We love working with Wayne. He can tell you that the Clarity Pro version, guys, and especially when you can chat with us, that's an add-on. It's just invaluable when you're making key decisions to actually be able to talk to one of our team members and use that to make key decisions. So give me 1 second. Check a couple of things for you all real quick. Let's see. All right. All right. So let's see. Tommy says, okay. So just south of Port Huron. So yeah, you're kind of going to be in right around this 2 to 4 inch, kind of right on the 2 inch line where you're at there, Tommy. Probably about 2 inches of snow. Probably a plowable event there, I would imagine. All right, guys. I don't see any other questions coming in right now. I really appreciate you all tuning in and watching. Stay safe tomorrow morning with travel, especially. People are going to be traveling to get home for Christmas, last day of school for the semester. Going up to the IU game, I will be there. I will be there cheering on my Hoosiers. So be safe. Take it easy, especially in the morning as snow showers work through the area. So, guys, thank you all so much, and we'll chat soon.